Hi, John.
Welcome back to the WODprep podcast. I'm your host, CJ DePalma, with the better host, JY, and the bestest host in the game, Claire Bays. What's up?
What's good? You're in a tank top. This is strange for you.
It's probably more of a muscle tee.
Oh, okay. I just
John wears tank tops. They are different. It's a muscle tank.
Yeah. I'm sorry we're late, guys. I was doing my hair.
It's so nice. I think it looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Did you use the
So,
same
Claire,
product?
before, say that again.
I asked if he uses the same product that you use.
Probably.
It matters.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah, totally.
That's the product. That's the product that I use.
It takes a lot more than I want to admit to make my hair look like this regularly.
At least you have hair to do it with.
It's a process.
Oh, are we fighting like the bald stage?
I'm not fighting anything.
I 100% will do everything to fight it at all times.
Okay.
I'm not. I have a very lumpy head, and I got some hidden moles in here too. I'm not going to be a good. I'm not going to be a good bald person. I already know. And so we ain't doing it. I'm flying my ass to Turkey.
I was going to say, are you going to go get implants?
As it's appropriate.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck.
I told Leslie, I was like, listen, I'm just going to full on accept it. Just let me know when it's time. I don't want it to look bad like I'm prolonging it. So
yeah, exactly. You got to commit, but you got to commit early.
Let me know when it's time.
Yeah.
And then I will full on Vin Diesel. But
I was gonna say Jason Statham, but Vin's a solid. I mean, you definitely
I like
more.
Jason Statham too.
Yeah, Jason's like current resident badass. Vin was badass for till he got pudgy, and then it was like, all right, he's like, nah.
Yeah, I would argue my body is more Vin Diesel than Jason Statham, but I feel like you're more of a Jason Statham, like body wise. He's kind of a smaller guy.
I was gonna say, is he more lean?
He's pretty lean.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu guy. John Young, Steve Austin. Yeah, dude, a good Stone Cold. That's a solid.
No, I would rock. I don't grow like a mustache very well.
That checks a little more.
A goatee.
Energetically, you also give that vibe a lot better as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot better. I'll rock with that if I can.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yep. All right, John.
Okay.
John told me so as soon as we got on this show, and I have no idea what he's about to say, but he was just like, I got bad news. And so I immediately asked
he said, how have you been? And I said, I've kind of have bad news.
Yeah. And so I asked how the family was, and he gave me the most sad. Yeah. And I was like, all right. So I'm like, oh my God.
Everybody's fine. I woke up Friday and I have a hernia. And it's
nice.
Sucks. Yeah. So I have surgery on Thursday.
Oh shit.
No.
Did you feel it on Thursday?
So the last heavy thing I did was back squats, but it was there was no sensation. There was no pop. There was no moment. And it wasn't even like something super heavy or something super dumb. It was just like a normal, we're on our way to getting stronger training set. It was 445 for 3. And felt fine after. Like, again, nothing like.
No, not even like
no heat warning. Normally you get like a heat, like it gets hot
or
down
even
there.
Like a sports hernia feel. You're like, kind of strainy.
Nope. Yep. And I know what those feel like all the time because I get those all the time. You're like, okay, we're done for the day, right? Like, or your rep is done.
Wait, define that because I don't know that I've ever experienced what y'all are talking about.
A sports hernia is a high adductor groin strain.
Okay.
So usually when you're in the middle of for me, it's a squat set, but you get this heat in the groin area, like upper groin area, like adductor upper groin area. And it feels hot.
So usually if you've had them, you continue to, there's like the best predictor of injury is prior injury, right? Like across all evidence.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And so if you've never experienced one, you have no idea and you never want to. But unfortunately, the adductor and that groin, that high inguinal area is super sensitive. And once it's been strained at some point, it's extremely prone to happen regularly.
Great.
Regularly but like way more often than not. All right, back to
normal. But typically I'll get like, I'll get like this heat warning, and then it's my last rep, I'm done, and I don't lift again. Yeah. And I'm pretty smart about doing that. I've always just stopped as soon as I get that feeling, and I've had that feeling a few times. I would say Abby Grace is going through it right now. I would say like maybe 5 to 10 times get that feeling, but I didn't have it this time either. Like there was no warning, there was nothing. Thursday felt a little bit of something going on down there, but nothing. It was like all I was doing was strict press that day, so I wasn't really worried about it, right? And then Friday it hurt worse, and then I checked myself out, and I got a nice V taper on the left side, and then right side there's just it's like a lump, and I'm like, well, that sucks because that I was pretty convinced if it didn't look different, I would be like, you're fine. But I've never had it not look different. So I'm pretty confident that that's what it is. Went to urgent care and just for like a confirmation.
Do you have health insurance?
No, but yeah. I was thinking about your community care journey because you were going to make your way that way, but you haven't yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. And he looked at me and he was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then luckily Leslie knows a few doctors, and I'm going to get seen/imaging on Wednesday, and then they'll confirm it. And then
what are you going with, a mesh?
What?
Here's the surgery. Do you know what kind of surgery you're going to have?
No, it's an inguinal hernia, so whatever that is. And then
there's a couple options, but
okay. But he said he could do surgery on Thursday. We could look at you on Wednesday, do surgery on Thursday. And I was like, cool. I want it everything as soon as possible. I don't just do it.
Yep.
And then we'll start I guess I am training for semifinals then, because I was done getting fit. I was just trying to get strong, and now all I can do is aerobic stuff.
Well, you can't. I mean, you'll be limited for a little bit post that.
A couple of days, be all right.
So far, the way that you bounce back from injuries does not make sense. So who knows what you're going to look like after this? I'm not saying it's wise.
I'm sure it'll be a week of nothing, and then I'll bike and stuff. But I'm just saying, I'll bike every day as soon as I can bike, and then as soon as I can run, I'll run.
Are you going to try to compete at this point, or is this kind of a later conversation?
No, I mean, it's not till June. I'll be no restrictions.
Okay. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting it's till June. I'm so the Masters has me so locked into
sure, absolutely
3 weeks from now,
or less than,
fucking 2 weeks from now, or after individual, because I have someone going to LATAM, or Latam. I don't know how the fuck you say it. Latin America.
LATAM, I think.
LATAM, whatever. Yeah. Latin America.
LATAM.
What? Exactly. There it is.
They going to LATAM.
The panhandle way to say it. LATAM America.
They're like, that is not it. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
that sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It'll be 2 weeks of nothingness, and then or strict pull-ups, or just stuff like that. And then all aerobic for 4 weeks,
mm-hmm.
and then just feel stuff out after that. But I won't have any restrictions or anything come June. So I plan on doing semifinals. I do miss my first grid match. That's the only thing that I'm gonna miss is the first match in grid. But
and you'll miss that as a result of this injury.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And honestly, it's I have 1 week without if I heal how I think I'm gonna heal.
Uh-huh.
Not how I'm think I'm gonna heal, but what the chart says people typically heal. I'll be 1 week without restrictions before the match, but I don't want to throw myself into have to move as fast as you can.
I was just saying, you were already trying to rebuild strength, so specifically for it. So.
Lifting heavy. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So
so for all of your events in the match, do you squat anything or is everything power?
I feel like I squat a fair amount in everything.
In the match? Okay.
Yeah. The heavy things are power.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of stuff where like I have 15 squat snatch at 115, and then you rest 40 seconds, and then you got 15 reps again at squat snatch. And they're just done as fat, like no rep contact as fast as you can. Right. There's a lot of stuff like that. Or like D-ball squats or thrusters or whatever like that.
Got it.
So I won't miss much, but yeah, it did happen. So I do have that. So that's,
Thanks.
That's what I'm doing right now. I just want surgery, and then I can make like a plan like, oh, I can't do anything, or I can do this now. Because right now I'm just in a flux.
Holding stage. You're like in just like a holding pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Just like flying around the airport waiting to land. I get it. Sucks.
Yeah. I did do a gnarly echo bike workout this morning, though.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Murdered my athlete. So that should tell you who my athlete is, because I murdered her.
I mean, we already know.
But it's
we know, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm allowed to say it publicly now.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure I had her permission.
That you're coaching this person at a semifinal, so we can talk.
No, for good at the games, girl. We're gonna be the fittest old lady in the world.
Okay, so you're coaching her though, and you can openly speak about it.
So just to be clear, right? I know this is new to you. So there's levels to masters. So she's a level 1 master, like she's a baby master. So she's level 1, and then 40 is level 2, 45 is level 3, and make sure so she's level 1.
All I know is that of all the old people, she's gonna be the fittest one. That's all I know.
She's gonna be pretty fit for sure.
That's I don't care what level we are.
Let's work out.
Just the fittest girl. Just holding echo. She's 35. Just holding echo bike, holding cadence. I was supposed to hold 70 for 30 seconds, 60 for 30 seconds, 75 for 30 seconds, 60 for 30 seconds, 80 for 30 seconds, 60 for 30 seconds, and then 65 for 2 minutes. Those are my paces. 5 sets. You rest 3 minutes in between said sets.
It wouldn't be that bad until the 80 would murder me.
The 65 for 2 minutes at the end is the worst one.
I think I would be okay with that.
I don't think so. Try it.
Well, I mean, my problem is I wouldn't be able to get to the 80. I mean, I'd get to the 80, but there's no way I'd be able to hold it.
Go at 75 then. 75, 70, 60. I think you can hold 60 for your slow one. So,
but yeah, for sure.
I docked her 5 RPM on all of mine. And then the 80, I docked it 7. So 73 was going to be her highest.
Did she make 73?
She did for 1 set, and then it went.
That's so much power. But I bet her sustained 2 minutes, whatever it was probably not a huge deal. Tolerable.
She's unique. She actually has pretty good effort for a solid 5 minutes, and then it kind of dips off.
Yeah. Is she really springy? Well, she's a good weightlifter, so she's probably, even though she's small, she's maybe like you said, she's a good runner, right?
Really good runner.
Yeah, that's wild.
So her husband, Kyle, he does a lot of high rock stuff. Like he's really into the high rock stuff. He's all big runner guy. And they both just run all the time.
Yeah.
And he's trained her since the beginning. So she's just kind of, naturally.
She has it. Yeah. Matt Frazier trained how she wasn't an athlete, like the opposite of her athlete profile.
Ooh, I don't know.
She had to force herself into one.
Yeah, no, I think she's way more slow twitch than fast twitch, but she just happens to be strong.
Interesting.
She's a unique body. Like some of the stuff.
It's got to be her size, like her size profile has 100%. To be just like throwing off our normal archetypes of ability.
Yes, absolutely. But I'm excited. She's so bad that we can only go up. So, and the fact that she's that fit. No, listen, the fact that she's that fit and being so bad at this that we're going to get beginner gains at this. Like it's just going to like the fact that she got to the level she is without being so bad. Like then once we're not bad, what happens? Don't worry about it. Once we're not bad, what happens? That's a dangerous woman. right?
Dude,
Who is the woman?
We'll figure it out.
I thought you said we could say.
Yeah, I know. I mean, people can figure it out. Is what I'm saying.
I would like to just tell them.
At this point, it's a bit. So
Leslie said her name is Marissa. Thank you, Leslie. Marissa Flowers is who he's referencing. The owner of the gym that he's now at.
The winner of the CrossFit.
Like if there's something,
26.
if you want someone to hype you up, like get John on your side, and John will like go from just like a strong opinion to like the ultimate hype man swiftly.
I don't know about that. I just told you she was trash at these things.
No, but you're like, but like just like all in the back end. Just like, I mean, grid is a great example of like, nah, maybe not, but like, oh, this is my thing now. Watch me,
dude. I
watch
disagree
me gas
so hard.
this shit.
I disagree so hard because I've never once like said grid is so much better than CrossFit or anything like that. Like I'm good at this thing, right? Sure. So like, if we're talking about it, it's because I'm doing it. It's not. I've never once said it's like on CrossFit's level or I like it better than CrossFit. It's like,
which, by the way, about grid, we should shout out the fact that Melissa is now, as of like the announcement was today, that she's the owner.
I totally didn't know it wasn't announced yet. Like if anyone would have had this conversation with me at some point, I for sure would have dropped the ball if it was a secret. I didn't know it wasn't.
I thought I had heard it, and maybe I'd heard it from you, but I thought I had already heard it.
Yeah. So one of our coaches, Melissa Capuero, I think it's
she's the owner of the Wolves.
I was not going to.
Fort Lauderdale Lions.
Oh, it's a new ownership.
New owner.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So she bought.
I saw that today
with another co-owner.
It's multiple. There's a few owners.
Yep.
I think it's like 4 of them or something like that. But anyway, a group bought it, and so she's one of the owners, and she's a WODprep coach. So that's pretty cool.
She is PT, Stoic Physio.
Mm-hmm.
She's dope.
Yep. And then this weekend at the farm games, there were at least 2 grid athletes. There were more than that. I'm not sure how many. 3.
It looked fun, Clara. Did you have a good time? It looked very backwoodsy, but it looked very enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely. Like, kind of made us all there. People made comments, like CrossFitters made comments about how, was this anything like, because some of the things, you didn't have a chance to test the implements in advance, and you were just kind of like, well, we'll see how this goes. And it was like reminiscent of early, CrossFit on the ranch days. It was like a couple people made comments like that. So obviously it did not have things like gymnastic skills and so on. But I pulled up the guy who won. He listed off the names of them, and it was the lift, or there was the timber lift, which was like that long log that you deadlifted basically. The go ruck it up. I don't remember what that was, but obviously that would be something with go ruck stuff. Wheelbarrow wrangler. Man,
you did a workout. Hold on. What? You did a workout 48 hours ago and you have no idea what it was?
I don't remember the names of them. I just showed up and did stuff.
Yeah,
that's very on brand for me.
I imagine you had a ruck on for this workout.
Oh, okay. So maybe that was the one where I wore the weight vest.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's cool. All right. Continue. So I have athletes.
This is very on brand for me. I literally don't know what's happening until I'm doing the thing.
And so, but maybe I feel like maybe but nothing that has interacted with me. So like once it's in there, it's like I'm so confused. So I have athletes that
a selective memory, man, do
workouts. And they'll just be like, oh, I just didn't start a clock. And I'm like, what do you mean? It was for time. Like, what are you talking? What did you do? Like, I just stopped when I forgot to start a clock. And I'm like,
or you ask them, how did it go? Like, what'd you end up doing? And be like, I don't even know. Like, I just kind of went, and then I got slow,
like,
and then I tried to not be slow. I don't know what I broke it up in. I don't know my time. And I'm like, so we just kind of didn't do anything. How are we going to get better from that?
Oh my gosh. Funny. Yeah. I can't even count how many people be doing that. Like so many. Okay. Continue. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. That just blew my mind.
Yeah. So that makes me think of the workout that I did today, that I wiped down my whiteboard and I had my finish time. And then when I went in to log it, I realized I was supposed to have all of the round times to log. And
because there was a rest in between.
I had already erased them. I did have them written down during it.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you wrote them down. That's different. That's just like, you knew at the time you knew. But then like, do you?
Good. And that's the bottom line. Right. Okay, sorry.
And so like in the rounds, like, could you guess? Like, do you have any idea what your round times were?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. We're good. We're on the same page.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I could tell you splits from intervals I've done 3 years ago.
100%.
Yeah, because
it's not even a question. It's not even a question. Not even a question. If you like, I wouldn't be able to pull it out of thin air, but if you're like, hey, you did this workout, and I'm like, oh.
And then you told them what the workout was, then you'd be able to remember it.
I'd be real close. And I'd be close on 2 reasons. I'd probably have a good idea of what I did. And I also would know exactly what I wanted to do. And I'm just fortunate enough to do what I want to do.
140s. I was 138 and then I went 142.
So funny. I was thinking of a workout that I held 140s on. That's weird. It was we did 20 or 18.1.
Tyler,
everyone do 18.1 in prep for the open, the dumbbell hang clean, toes to bar row, and 17.1, no 18.1, and so I remember like holding 140s for like the entire, like exactly 140, and I did.
That's the one you did after I did it, right?
I think so. I did GHGs because I couldn't kip. I wasn't kipping. I had just torn my pec like the week prior, so I wasn't kipping. Anyways, all right. Continue on your weekend. I apologize. That was a total.
No, it's fine.
Drift.
Tyler and I are on the same page. We just do stuff and then we just move along.
You know, if you join JY Barbell, it's written for you. And it's the past gets held. It's like it's still there. I can go look back and see. It's very,
believe it or not, that's also the case in WODprep. But
efficient for you. Just saying.
Yeah, we keep track of stuff too, or they do. So then there's the wheelbarrow wrangler, the tractor pull.
There's only one place to be, Ken. Just letting you know. Is there something on? There's probably something on. All right.
Yeah, I'm curious what is on, but stay here. Duh.
Probably the update show.
The tractor pull, someone posted that the tractor was like 1,400 and something pounds. I don't know, whatever. The hammer time. See, I don't even remember what that was. That was probably holding the hammers. Okay. Farm strong carry. That was the one.
There's a hammer in it, Claire.
Yeah. Farm strong carry. That was the one that I know that I had my top score on. Sandball send. Obviously that's the the sandball throw, and then combat corral. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's where we carried like the big
did you wrestle?
Wooden log and went through an obstacle course. Either way, it was super fun. And then the top 10 athletes, and there were like over 100 athletes competing at this. It was so cool. Strong man, strong woman, power lifter, Olympic weightlifter, high rocks, hybrid people, farm fit people, like people that literally just like do workouts on farms. There's a whole ecosystem of that. And then CrossFitters and grid athletes.
That one.
Yeah. And obviously like it's well suited for it. So anyway, it was a ton of fun. And I definitely like showed up and I knew, okay, so the top 10 make it to the final. And I was like, well, if I don't make it to the final, I could make it to Jimmy's show, which would be cool. But I don't want to not make it to the final because I don't want my fitness to not be fit enough. Like I should make it to the final.
Yeah.
And
win, lose.
So I did, and then I stayed, but then I was the first to go. And so we did not get to test implements in advance. And so literally like I went through it and it was fun. And then I came across the finish line and looked at all the girls. And I was like, the only thing that I have to say is like, you just saw me do it. You have to go faster. Like I looked at all of them immediately, just go faster.
Right.
If I could go back through it right this second, I would just go faster.
Right.
And so anyway, I placed like middle of the pack there. Or something
I'd come off it being like, man, I just wish I paced a little bit more. Just go a little bit slower.
Yeah. I think at that point, I was aware that I probably was, that was not going to pan out well for me being the demo girl basically. But anyway, it was so much fun. So I'm very hopeful this was their first regional event. And I'm very hopeful that it started in South Carolina, I think. And I'm very hopeful that they'll continue to bring this around to different communities because it was a really cool thing. And so I just hope it continues to see success and grows and moves around different locations. So that's that.
Cool.
Yeah.
It looked fun. It looked like a lot of fun.
I think you would have fun with it for sure. Like it's very suited to you. Short time domains, just big bursts of energy. Be strong.
Be strong.
Mm-hmm.
I ran an impromptu half marathon on Saturday.
Nice.
Yep. Didn't die. It was good.
Oh, I guess I have a little news with the endurance thing. Yeah, not me. So I have an athlete who has no Ironman experience at all. And he said, "Hey, I signed up for this Ironman in 100 days. Can you get me to where I can do it?"
Oh my gosh, 100 days.
Background?
And he ran cross country in high school.
All right, so
that's it.
How old is he?
45.
Ooh,
and he's like, time. I just, you call it a midlife crisis. I just want to do I want to do something big. I want to.
You should. First response should have been like, "We can just go get the tattoo. Like, I'll go with you.
No,
and you can put it on. If that's that's what you need."
He goes, "Work. Don't worry about work. Like, I have all the time in the world." So, like, I think he's got like, I don't even know, but like pay from home or something. Like he had a situation where he's like, I can train as much as you need me to train. I want to do this, and it's in 100 days. And I go, okay, well, just so you know, I don't have experience in coaching that at all. But let me like put the hard look on it. Right. Mm-hmm. Like, and I'll come up with a training plan and then we'll see. Right. And so I did that. And then within like 6 weeks, we had to go to like biking 70 miles and running 15 miles in the same day. And I'm like, I don't know if this is possible. Like, I really like the amount of volume you had to do every single week to just get where it's possible to do it.
Where'd you dig from? Did you just like start Googling everything Ironman training and try to put?
No, I Googled splits, like Ironman training splits. But more of like days of the week, like I'm saying, like Monday you swam and you ran. Tuesday you just biked. Wednesday was a bike run split. Thursday was just a bike, and then Friday was a rest day. Saturday was all three of them, but very, very small, right? Like a sprint triathlon type deal, right? And then I
triathlon is your training days.
I just progressed it to get to where like on Monday you're swimming 2.4 miles, on Wednesday you're biking 120 miles, on Friday you're running 30 miles, and then Saturday after that 30-mile run you have basically a 3/4 Ironman. And then if you can do all that in the week and survive, I think you'll be able to make it.
How far out are you doing that? That's like a test week. That's interesting.
Yeah. That's he just the Ironman's this Saturday. That's why it made me think about what you just said. So he did that successful, and he was
when did he do that?
A week ago.
It's really close.
Well, like a week ago. What day is it today?
Monday. So
2 weeks ago.
Got it.
He had a deload week, and then there's this week. It's like a deload of 10 days of like we're chilling, and then we're going to do it. But
what's the goal? Is it just to finish under the cap?
Just to finish it. Nah, he's pretty confident he'll be under the cap, but the goal is to run without stopping and just finish it. But running is the one thing he's confident the most in, but it's also the thing at the end. It's also, you know what I mean?
Yeah, after 8 hours or whatever.
That's a lot of volume.
10 hours of stuff.
And I think he's going to do it. I'm really excited for him. So from just CrossFit and just like he's your regular average gym goer of CrossFit, like just your regular, he's not great really. But he's not super bad. Like he can walk, right? But he can't like do muscle ups and stuff like that. So from 0 to 100 days, completed an Ironman successfully. And I think he's going to. So I'm really complete experiment, and I think it's gonna happen great. I'll probably make a post about it. But
yeah, that's really cool.
We had lunch today, and he was super emotional. Like brought his wife, and he's like, "Just thank you for everything you've done." Like just very emotional. And I'm like, "Well, let's do it first. Like let's get it done." And then
but he's tolerated the entire like increasing the volume.
He hasn't had one day where he had to quit.
Stop. Just say yes. Whatever you were about to say.
I said he hasn't had one day where he had to quit.
I just say yes.
I think that's like a superstition thing he's doing right now.
Yep. Just like I'm extremely superstitious.
Don't care about that at all.
That reaction was crazy.
If you quit on game day, then it's mental. I don't care. Like it's.
Anyways.
Okay. Well, I am sorry that I asked that question, but also that's amazing that he's been able to tolerate it. Was the point?
Yeah, that's cool.
Throughout the entire.
Yeah, dude, I'm really excited. His name's Danny. It's not Brock for Kenneth.
That's awesome. Well, that makes me think of the Go One More people.
My gosh.
Yeah, pretty.
Is this still going? Did they stop?
4 days. They stopped 4 days in.
It was this. I mean, they were going this morning. So
yeah, today.
So I don't know. I didn't know how long they went. Matthew Taylor might be his name. Something like that. Anyways, that was crazy. They broke the record by like 20 laps.
Mark Dowdle, 306.6 miles, 4 days.
Yep.
What are they? They're.
Do you not know the what is it? GM1?
Go One More. Go One More. G1M.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Go One
Do you
More.
know? You not know what it is, John?
Mm-mm.
So it's a 4 mile loop on a ranch.
Yep.
And you have 1 hour to complete it. 4.2 miles. You have 1 hour to complete it, and every hour starts a new lap. And so 145 people started, and so it's last man standing, and they went 73 laps. 73 laps.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting.
Over 73 hours. So
two guys did it.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Did they tie again? People tied again?
Somehow they clarified a winner, and I don't know if it's because of who stepped across I think that maybe they decided to stop at that point. Maybe they clarified a winner though. So it looks like both guys did finish the same distance, but one came across first. I could be that's what I'm understanding from what I'm seeing.
Maybe one was like, I can keep going, and the other one was like dying.
Well, I would assume so last year they tied again because they had to call it in like the 56 range.
Yep.
Because of weather, and they actually
this weather was still nasty. And like Mike Egan went over 100 miles, and he only had to quit because he was dragging his wheelchair through the mud.
Mike Egan is a wheelchair athlete. He went 20 plus laps, and the only reason he stopped was because it was too muddy and he couldn't spin his tires anymore.
I mean, his whole wheelchair was just caked full of he literally was like out of the chair, just scooting and dragging it and scooting and dragging it.
I saw a reel, and it didn't have to do with this, but it was like, it just started with like, use a bitch, I'm a bitch, and here, let me tell you why. And it was like, it panned to like this like super jacked dude like catching a snake in midair, right? This like super jacked black guy like catching a snake.
I even know who you're talking about. Yeah, his videos are great.
Super great, funny reel. And then I was like, because I saw that maybe like 3 days ago. And then I watched Mike Egan like wheel his ass over 100 miles. Yeah. And I was like, I'm a bitch. 100%.
And I mean, it makes sense. He trains but like honestly, considering the volume that he, the recent distances that he's gone and so on, like he is so jacked. Like it's kind of shocking. You would think almost that he wouldn't be as muscular, even though he trains a ton, but just because he trains so much, right?
No, the wheelchair guys are
always
they're always working their arms 24/7.
I understand, but it's just that makes me think of another really cool thing. Of some clip that I saw where somebody was saying like the best method to get a good physique is CrossFit over like bodybuilding or something, just because the nature of the beast is that you train to failure, so frequently and force adaptation. And so it's actually a faster route to a better physique than even going the bodybuilding route. That's
a good transition into Israel's video.
Oh yeah, it's great.
I have an opinion on that. If you want, we want to pull the
I sent you 2 timestamps.
Just the bodybuilding CrossFit better physique.
Okay. Well, do you want to just riff on that while we pull up the video?
Yeah.
I mean, CJ.
I think bodybuilding is still. I think it's the fastest way to a really good physique, but it's not the most. But CrossFit is a sustainable way, and bodybuilding is not a sustainable way.
Well, I think
you're going to go through phases the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
For CrossFit, it's just this is what you look like.
As a result of the training that you do.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It takes longer to get there, but you ain't going to lose it.
Where'd you send the timestamps?
I don't know. Does it take longer?
Then it would to have what the bodybuilding physique. Yeah. I do think it takes longer, but it's just it's your lifestyle, it's your habit. It's like you don't have to try to get it because you put in all the work every single day. Like it's just kind of like Mike Egan and being jacked. Like he does it every day, 24/7. It's just what you do. Where bodybuilding is a choice every day. And, you have to bulk and then cut and bulk and then cut. And it's just not a sustainable, nowhere in there is it just sustainable your whole life.
Yeah.
To just do one thing.
But I think if you're like in a measurement standpoint, bodybuilding will get you farther because it's the whole point of it. Like
it's hypertrophy. You train to grow mass.
Yeah. And Mike talks about that specifically. Or is that the clip that I'm pulling up?
I'm not sure exactly which parts I decided that were a good idea for you to pull. Oh yeah, training for hypertrophy 12 minutes in. Yep.
Perfect.
Bench press, deadlift, and chest to bar.
So hang on. Stop real fast. So Dr. Mike, most of us probably all know who this is, but just in case we don't, this is an exercise scientist who he actually puts out a ton of really good content. He is the, I believe, founder of Renaissance Periodization, and is huge in the bodybuilding world. He he does jujitsu, he does bodybuilding and so on, but really smart guy and certainly shares a lot of good information, I think.
He does for sure. It's funny because he has like raunchy humor and it makes me laugh.
Oh yeah, no, he's hilarious. And I've never paid for the content, but I'm assuming you have.
No, but just like in these videos, like all of his innuendos and jokes like are all like extremely sexual and inappropriate at almost universally, and they crack me up.
Jimmy has multiple videos with him. They're friends. And so anyway, there's multiple videos with the two of them. It's probably my introduction point to Dr. Mike. Maybe, I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah. And that's definitely like the through those videos, that's definitely the interaction.
Because
and it's a lot of like gay humor. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely, he's funny.
Notice the technique in CrossFit is assume a very strong position, arch that back, shoulders back, chest up, get the dumbbells to the bottom position and get the dumbbells up as efficiently as possible in the top position. She's not doing this to get the best chest muscle workout. She's doing this to have the best strength and work capacity in her pushing muscles, which will transfer to other events. So if you want to do this for hypertrophy, going deeper, slowing the weight down to a pause at the bottom, and really focusing on exploding up with your chest is probably wise. This is a great way to do it, but again, it's for sport, not for being jacked. CrossFitters do so much volume, being jacked is a side effect. Some people will say, I want to train like a CrossFitter because I want to look like a CrossFitter. Well, good. Guess what? The average figure girl at the professional level, just like the average professional CrossFitter, looks even more jacked than the average CrossFitter, even drug-free, because she's not swimming 18 miles a day and biking, whatever, and doing crazy other shit. Just doing the lifting for hypertrophy is what makes you the most jacked. If you want to do lifting just to look like a CrossFitter, the RP Hypertrophy app is something you look.
He did like 4 times. He had like element. He had an element, and then he did, I think the app 2 more times. Yeah, I mean,
but then he also says and I think he makes a comment too about unless if you don't want to train like a CrossFitter, for the looks, training as a CrossFitter for the look of it, no, that's really hard. You're probably not going to actually want to do that.
Yeah, it's a hard way to get there.
It's a very highly effective, but requires some unique
if there's
willingness to suffer.
Yeah, and so Vic,
because they're what they're working.
Right. Yeah, it's not isolated patterns, and it's just a global thing. But if there's anyone that's respected in the fitness space, not just a CrossFit, biased human, it's Dr. Mike, and he's probably the biggest supporter of CrossFit as the fittest humans on the planet that there is.
Yep. I think it's been really cool to continue to watch him over the years now. Just be fascinated with CrossFitters, and the amount of respect that he pays towards us is definitely.
Yeah, he does. He always has.
He has a high level of respect for the athletes.
Have you met him in person?
No.
No, he's way.
I would argue bodybuilding takes more discipline than CrossFit, though.
I think it just depends on the individual, because some What? CJ, do you disagree?
Nothing. No, just go ahead.
No, he just knows where it's going. Go ahead.
No, I was laughing at Tyler. I just got me fucking taking shots at Grant. That was funny.
Oh, that's a good PhD.
All right.
Say what you said again, JY.
I think, at least in my opinion, and it's fine if you guys disagree, but the eating aspect of bodybuilding, the fueling of bodybuilding, the having to eat at certain times or hitting certain windows, like all of that type of stuff, I think takes far more discipline than working out every day and hurting, being able to hurt, and then somewhat keeping track of macros. I think it just takes more discipline to do bodybuilding at an elite level. Let me.
I was going to say, there's the clarification: is either at an elite level,
at an elite, not your college bros. Everybody does the same thing. No, but at an elite level, I think it takes more discipline to be a IFBB professional than it does to be an elite CrossFitter. Even though, like, most in like a lot of discipline both ways. Don't let me just detract from that. I just like bodybuilding at a pro level. Like, it just seems like a miserable life.
Yeah,
like just
sure. Because there's no like natural ability that shreds you on stage, right? Like, to get to those last.
Hold on, we're also talking about enhanced sport versus a not enhanced sport. So we're actually not comparing apples to apples at all.
We are because the same exact protocol is for drug users and non-drug users. Like, test like IFBB is untested, and then you have tested lanes. So either way, they still run the same diet plan. I
don't think drugs come into play at all for what.
I mean, it makes them bigger. The only thing drugs do for bodybuilding is make you bigger.
That's not true. If you think that bodybuilders are not using different drugs to be able to suppress their appetites during their cuts, what?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's tested federations, and they go through the same thing that John is talking about. The same discipline, the same challenges, the same nutrition, the same restrictions, like, over those broad times. So tested or not tested.
We're talking about the tested division, which, I mean, it's just
sure, but I don't think their discipline changes between tested and untested. Do you?
I don't.
Yes.
I don't know why. Why would it change? They still need to do all the same things, except someone has more support, and they still have the same water cuts, the same shit diet.
It just makes it possible.
But if you have enhanced ability to achieve the thing, and potentially, like everybody talks about, for example, during a cut, like if the biggest thing you have to struggle with is the diet side of things, which realistically for most is, and then you go and add something like a GLP-1, whatever, then all of a sudden, all of that discipline that was required is just kind of taken care of. So I understand that maybe as a newer concept, but not that there weren't other things. I don't know. I've never done it. I'm speaking out of turn about something I have never done.
Well, I'd love to hear that specific thing from like a Phil Heath, somebody who's been at the top and then, is not anymore. But like what I'm saying is he might say exactly what it's like. He would be very, very truthful with it is what I'm saying. Like, if it made it easier where it's like, I didn't have to be disciplined at all. I was never hungry. Like, I'm curious because I just don't think that's the case. Like, I
certainly think it still requires a high level of discipline. I'm not arguing that it does not.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good argument. Like, it's proposed. It's a good conversation. I think the overarching theme of the bigger challenge in bodybuilding is the diet, and the bigger challenge in CrossFit is the training. Because you can eat like a dickhead and still be really good as long as you're consuming enough food, right? You can be close, and it's, and so I think nutrition is a much harder hill to climb than physical activity as far as like.
But I also said it's my opinion. I said I do too.
Yeah.
But I also think that's my opinion, and it's okay to have a different opinion. I just think it takes more discipline to do that than the other way around. I think it's easy to work out every day. I don't struggle to do that.
I think it also just depends on the person's like character traits or their disposition, right? Because like for some people, training you know, in group settings or in CrossFit environments is very favorable and conducive to them seeing success. And for some, that is so far outside of something that would interest them, right? And so there's a lot of like personalities that are going to gravitate to one or the other that really enjoy the solitude aspect or whatever. But certainly I don't at all, whatever I have said to this point, and not saying it doesn't require a lot of discipline. I just think that definitely there are some new things added into the mix to make the hardest part of it potentially a little less hard.
That's interesting. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. I agree. And this statement has always been one that like, I think you certainly can really far. And at some point, the needle shifts and you can't anymore. And I also think there's like, how are you measuring it, right? Like, is it just blood levels? Is it how shredded you are? Is it, you know, like performance, you know, like what are the measurements and the metrics that we're saying? Like, what is a bad, like what would be out training a bad diet? Like put the metrics to it. And I just think people get probably a lot farther than we want to admit. You're just like, oh, that sucks. And probably not even with that terrible of blood levels and things like that, but eventually it will catch up, right? Like we know in time, like the long-term outcome is less than ideal.
Right.
I agree. You're going to die.
Yep. Ooh, let's go here. I was agreeing with Will when I said, yep. Eating healthy whole foods and less to no refined carbohydrates makes you fitter. Absolutely. For life.
Yeah. What? It's yeah. Anyways, I mean, I think there's a lot of ways. That's just a good one. I've always found that like trying to start habits or like habit stack, it's way easier to start the stack with fitness than it is to start the stack with like massive diet changes. It's easier to stack fitness and like create wins faster than it is to create diet changes. I've just seen that over the years.
And also out train the bad diet thing. Like we have to keep in mind that for the general population, that is just really not going to work. That is just not going to work. We don't have the time, the dedication, that discipline, even to the training itself, whatever it is. Like it's, you know, it's for most, that's just, we're not going to burn enough calories in whatever training that we're doing for it to be relevant enough for us to out train the bad diet. Right. So maybe at the higher levels when there's a ton of volume, and so on, then maybe they can get away with some more. But also there's also just a lot of genetics that are at play for all humans. You know, some of us are going to be more likely to exist at leaner body compositions with less effort than others. And that just is that way.
It's funny that John said Phil Heath. Phil Heath is probably one of the only, one of the closest to his natural massive build that anyone. He just was going to have 23-inch arms. Like as soon as he started on gear, like he was huge when he played college basketball. Like he was just a big dude. And as soon as he started focusing on it, he had that wicked ab, like separation and line in the full 8. Like he was insane from the start. And then obviously he just got massive, right? When they just started. Yeah. He was just a freak across the board, right? Very similar to how Rich and Matt and clearly Tia like all have these wild genetic separations to tolerate volume, be really strong and really aerobic at the same time, and you know whatever it was. Also the beginning of this video, I wanted to comment on it, but he assumed she was a weightlifter first and came into CrossFit, which is crazy that he doesn't know her history, but he totally missed that point. In the opening in the video was like, oh, she was at the Rio Games in 2016. It was like, yeah, she was already a CrossFitter by then, and she started weightlifting. She like touched her first weight as a human inside of a CrossFit gym.
Yeah, it's funny. I think Tia and Matt are completely opposite in their body build. I think Matt is a slow twitch athlete that did fast twitch his entire life until CrossFit. Like he was meant to run for a long distance, like a Kenyan and
you think we would ever have known that if he didn't just tell us that in his like post career stuff? Because I don't think any of us ever.
No. There was an interview where he was just talking, and he said in 2013 Henshaw had him run a mile for time, and he had never done that, and he ran a mile in 5:10. And this is in 2013 when he was not fit. Like I could beat him in workouts in 2013, right? Like I'm talking can't make the games fit. Okay. And he ran a 5:10, which would be faster than Rich Froning at the time. If they both just ran a mile straight up.
Faster probably than Rich Froning ever. I don't think Rich Froning's ever run a 5:10.
I think he got around there at his fastest. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So just naturally had a 5:10 at super out of shape Matt Fraser. So, and then also you could think about it this way. Rich Froning didn't really Olympic lift until CrossFit. He did play college baseball and then he clowned around with CrossFit and then snatched 305, right? So probably Olympic lift like 7 years and then snatched 305. Matt Fraser lifted his whole life, was just weightlifting. And his best snatch ever was 315. Like that's kind of wild if you think about it in that sense. I think Matt Fraser was a slow twitch athlete and he just did a fast twitch sport his entire life. And then Tia, I think, is the exact opposite. I think Tia ran 400s and swam. Her whole life was just aerobic capacity deals and was a fast twitch and is a fast twitch athlete genetically. Yep. She was always good at sprinting. Even in 2015, when she first made the game, she was like third place in the sprint. She was always good at fast stuff and then touched a barbell and could clean 250. I think they're genetic. It's funny is that these two are far and away the best two ever to do it. Like second man to Matt Fraser, second woman to Tia. There's a huge gap in fitness. And they're completely opposites.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Well, and even if they are fast twitch or slow twitch, whatever, like the opposites, that is cool. And then also one of the things that's certainly a common thread is their obsession with mastery of positions, right? So we can tie that back to the methodology of CrossFit of like they both, the amount of, and that's not to say that they move perfectly all the time or anything but just they certainly are very focused on moving well and so on. This is also, I love that CrossFit said Tia could probably train a little and do a figure show back to bodybuilding. And my only fight back on that is simply that they train with the intention of having really small midlines, and CrossFitters have such thick midlines with the musculature.
You'd have to get really small.
Right. That's what I'm like. The only real issue I see there is literally she's so dense around the middle in a beautiful, positive way because she has had to train compound lifts constantly. And so anyway, yeah, it's just with our core to extremity. That's just when it comes to figure, they have their whole point is shrink the waistline and grow everything else. And that's the opposite of what we do.
Yeah.
So that would actually be pretty challenging. Not to say she couldn't go compete with one, but there would be a contrast there that would be pretty obvious.
I just wanted to bring this up. Grant, no one knows who programmed region. Like there was no clarity, or we had no idea who programmed what really until Dave started doing the weekend reviews and he started talking about it. It was always very much hush hush. Pretty sure that who does linchpin? What's his name?
Sherwood.
There's a big chance that Sherwood did a lot of regionals and all of the age group and teens for years until when no one knows. It was very hush hush. So anyone says they know who programmed any regionals back in the day is wrong. Boz has been part of the programming team since 2011. He's been there the whole time that it's been modernized. So no one knows. Just to be clear, you guys are having this.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
The next time stamp 1347.
No further and just cross. For work capacity, what is that? They're called chest to bars. They used to be called pull-ups, but then people realized that wasn't really a pull-up. It is a dynamic pull-up using your entire body to get your chest to the bar.
You would pull this up.
People used to make fun of CrossFit a lot for this, and it was funny to LOL, but it turned out CrossFitters were just better at everything, and the sport really got kicking, and then they were more popular, and then they just didn't give a shit that people were making fun of them. Largely irrelevant people, I might add. So it's good to loll at this kind of stuff, but really this is not a pull-up. And by the way, in case you get an ego about it, Tia Toomey can probably do more pull-ups strict than you can. I would take that to the bank.
100%.
I just love it.
And he's talking to other bodybuilders.
Right, because that's who his,
he's not talking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who his people are. Well, and it is funny though that he simply was like, they used to call them pull-ups, but now they call them chest to bars. And it's like, no, we still do pull-ups that way too, chin over the bar pull-ups. But I love it because it's like, okay, we're figuring it out, and so it's progress, right? It's an acknowledgement of, it is something different. And
quite frankly, I like differing the two. I think we should just chest to bars is what we do.
Right.
And
pull-ups are regular pull-ups. No, that's just not a thing. Like it's a scale to the chest to bar, if you will. Does that make sense? Every time we're in a competition, it's going to be chest to bar anyway, like for the open and for the, I know they've done pull-ups.
Yet again, for the higher level athlete. But let's look at the gap between a chin over bar pull-up and a chest to bar pull-up for the everyday gym goer. It usually is quite a progression to get even to a chin over bar pull-up and then to get from a chin over bar.
It's so funny how integrated, like John coaches classes and coaches athletes that for sure can't do chest to bar. And I just feel like sometimes the words that come out of your mouth are so wildly disconnected with the mass.
I say the same to them too. I know you're all hung up on this. I guarantee you get hung up on silly things. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The goal is to get there eventually. I'm cool with just differentiating the two and acting like butterfly pull-ups aren't really a thing. It's chest to bar.
So it's a no rep until your chest makes contact with the bar. Anything prior to that is just you're working towards it.
It's semantics. If you want to say butterfly pull-ups, then fine. But for the general population, not CrossFit. If you just want to say we do chest to bar, everything else is a progression of that, I'm totally fine with that. It makes it super easy.
At the highest level of competition, they do, I guess I don't remember the last time. They've done plenty of pull-ups that are just chin over bar. They don't do them super frequently. These days, they do seem to do chest to bar. But if you look at any level below that, athletes are still doing chin over bar all the time.
Yeah, I'm not saying they don't, Claire.
Okay. So I'm confused. What is semantics?
He's just saying that for us to separate us from the norms, like the non-CrossFitters, is like we just do chest to bars. We don't it's a
progression to chest to bar. What you want to make fun of, the fish floppy pull-ups that you cannot let go of people doing them, is that it's a progression to chest to bar, which is what we do for the people out in the open. Does that make sense? Out in the wild.
Yes, we just also do chin over bar too. Like we just do. So yeah, sure. It can be on the journey, but then, you could say the same with chest to bar is just on the way to bar muscle up.
Yeah. Yes.
So are we not acknowledging a chest to bar anymore because we're only talking about bar muscle up or nothing?
I don't care I don't care anymore. They're pull-ups.
I'm confused if we're talking about the same thing.
I don't care anymore. Let's move to the next thing.
Are we having the same conversation right now?
You are. You're just like on different spectrums of the same point. You're just way far away.
It's not worth getting hung
up. All right, on to the next.
I'm sorry I even tried to make a comment.
John was trying to be like kind of funny, which is fine. Like kind of funny, kind of serious of like I think I missed it
entirely. I'm sorry, John.
I don't care anymore. Next thing.
All right, Claire, what else did you have? What else do we got? Put up.
For what it's worth, I at this point just feel confused and like I need to go watch back and try to hear that through new ears. Because whatever just happened.
I don't want to talk about it ever again. Just next thing. It doesn't matter. We shouldn't give it any more attention. Next thing.
All right.
It's not hard to miss it when John tries to be funny. That's kind of funny.
All
right. Yeah. Okay. He's saying regular pull-ups are
Claire. I don't want to give it one other thing. Okay.
We have a lot of other topics we can talk about.
All right, here we go. 57 minutes. Jay Crouch, is that what we're talking about here?
No, it is not because that was in the beginning. And
the Crouch, this is something different.
Oh, yeah. What is this?
The games. I don't give a fuck. We won't advocate for them, but we will fucking take their money. You want to sponsor the games, we'll take your money. I'm not going to smoke cigarettes. I'm not going to tell you they're good for you. You're not going to ever make me say anything about it. I'm going to tell you that smoking's bad for you. We'll take sponsorship from Coca-Cola. It doesn't fucking matter. And as happened in the first year of the relationship with Reebok, we took sponsorship money from them. And they released a shoe that same year that said that this shoe will make your butt firmer. And Greg said that that's complete horse shit. There's no shoe that can do that. And they got really pissed. And Greg said, well, fuck you, then leave. Like, I don't give a fuck. You're not ever going to stop me from saying anything. Maybe the brand, when they took the Monster.
Did we know about this? Did this have anything to do with no longer being associated with Reebok?
What?
Did I miss that?
Start over. What the
idea that Reebok made a shoe and claimed that it would make your butt different.
No, that was before. That was early on. They just didn't. He's saying that basically they would take. I'm assuming, I haven't watched this, but I'm assuming he's saying that they would take money from anyone,
right?
Put their logo where they wanted it to put it, and that would basically be the extent, right? Like Marlboro cigarettes, and so it's very similar to like when they did the fucking the like
Monster energy drink.
Well, yeah, when they did Monster, right? Like that too, or like when like Sevon has done that on the show. Like they've definitely taken money from people that are like, this is kind of lame, but they paid us, and so we'll talk about it on the show for 5 seconds and then move on, right? And not say that it's any good at all. We'll just read the script.
Here comes CrossFit.
There wasn't someone like
another reason why we know he's an HQ,
like Greg,
right? A year and a half.
Keep that delineation between taking money and not buying silence of your mouth. No, it's not anything in moderation, especially if they're.
I think
it's just understanding what the game. It's just understanding what the games is, and understanding what sponsorship buys.
Yep. Is there more?
No. It was literally. I guess when I heard that, I thought, was that influential to the partnership ceasing to exist in any way? Like, did I? Okay.
They just Reebok just bit the bullet and was like, well, we can't tell them what to do, but the Nano is selling 20 million shoes a year.
The comments here all night have been wanting to talk about Jay. So do we want to pull up the latest Barbell Spin post about
on barbellspin.com
on his Instagram about Dave Castro responding to the criticism? I don't know. I mean, there's only 34.
Oh, did Dave respond to him saying a complete?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that would be the Dense Updates page, Jenny's page.
Barbell Spin.
Yeah, but Jenny's page was the one that clipped what he said initially, and that's where Nick Johnston was like, "This isn't true" or something like that. So immediately,
I don't know.
Clapped back and said that, like, what?
I don't know if I trust it.
I know.
What do you not know if you trust?
He doesn't follow Jenny.
It's going to be framed in some sort of way that I don't know if I can trust.
All right. Anyways, here we go. Okay. I don't, and so. This is, and I would definitely want to talk about this. So I'm gonna start this and I'll come back to it. Like Dave lying. So what are we pulling up first? This one. So what he said
to us for video review because he won the quarterfinals, and basically the video review team discovered two big issues. One was he didn't do an entire rep. So the other piece was he also submitted the video with the clock overlaid the video, and I'll get to that in a second. So when you edit in a clock, that is an edited video. So that was also another mistake he made here with the submission. So I think the 1 minute penalty was way more than appropriate for this situation. So he submitted a video.
Okay. So, and then here's the video.
Athletes should watch their videos before submitting. Guidelines under this section ensure submitted videos are unedited.
So clearly the clock is right here because you guys can't see it.
So when you edit in a clock,
if that's an edited in clock, Hiller's got some work.
Shot that's an edited.
I know, but Hiller's got, I mean, everyone went on the same time. It's there, like, I mean, it's got the up thing. It's not a random.
M. Clem's comment is the edited video in the room with us.
Yeah. Like, and so it's clearly. It's clearly like what he said was wrong, right? Now, did he like go out and directly lie about it? I would argue that he probably had bad information. I don't think Dave would publicly come out and say something like that, assuming that there's another.
You personally watching the video?
There's no fucking way he watched the video. That was what I was getting to next. There's a 0% chance that Dave has ever watched.
Why not?
Huh?
If you're gonna talk about it, you should.
Yeah, he for sure should have. Like,
Okay, so this says, wait, is this the exact video that is submitted? And then also,
yeah, I think so.
Someone
it
else
says his
says
quarterfinal workout. It was 13 days ago. It's unlisted, so that means that they basically I think Jay sent Jenny this or sent it to someone and it got out. Like, this is an unlisted video that was posted April 1st, which is within the window. And so it's yeah, I mean, this was up. It's been up
he did the workout 2 different times. Is there any chance that one of the videos has been has the superimposed clock?
I simply just trust them enough that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen
for sure.
Right.
And so it is on
I would,
but I think in this video that it shows him, I think it all the way shows him doing
that was also
the squats, doesn't it? Doesn't it show the whole clip? Oh, I guess it's probably not that long.
well, and this is, so then it says, Tristan says, that's true, CJ. No way he watched the video, but it's still a bad look. And I mean, it's so tough because I think if that's the decision that Dave's team made, then Dave is going to like do the leadership thing of standing for his team,
Right.
Even if potentially there's
what's bad, like if he just goes, it doesn't matter. This is the penalty we gave him. Next.
Yeah.
That whole weekend review, did you guys watch all of it? Because it was pretty interesting. I mean, there was one commenter that like went in on him and he read the whole thing and it was just,
I haven't watched it yet.
Defended it well. But anyway, yeah, it was kind of interesting. The ones that he did even acknowledge, I was like, wow, okay. Anyway, but
I don't know. I'm done with them.
You're done. Are you over the show? Are you grumpy for
No. I'm done with Dave.
Oh, okay.
It's just it's something happens every year like this. It's just.
I mean, I also don't think this is a big deal at all. I don't think this is. I think
no. I don't think it's a big deal either. But the fact that you have the bigger deal, I think, is Nick Johnson saying this isn't true, and you as the CEO are freaking saying that Jay Crouch superimposed a clock on his video. Like, that's bad.
It's
that's
certainly
bad.
Yeah, it's not good by any means. I think there's one. So like if he thought that, and then this was the rule, the other girl who did that just got DQ'd for 4 years for cheating.
mm-hmm.
Right. So I think that's like where the big, so let's just say you assumed that's what happened. And then this is the,
this is what I'm saying.
Right. Exactly. Like if that was what the assumed thing was, and then you guys decided not to basically launch an investigation to get rid of the arguably 5th fittest man on the planet. 6th. I don't know where he finished this year. 5th. 6th. Then like that's a huge deal. But then like the girl from the UK gets 4-year ban. It's just a weird one, right? So assume he has to just have misspoke, like in general, but it was kind of long. It wasn't just like I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird situation.
Mm-hmm.
CrossFit. Oh my gosh, I haven't watched the review yet.
I can't even remember what it was that I saw where Tristan is going in on the comments right now, and there was something I saw that he had commented on that I really liked what he had to say, but I don't know where. Oh, here we go. It's on the. Looks like Hiller had John Wood over, and they talked about GPP and
3 hours.
Oh, the conversation is 3 hours.
3 hours. Tristan sent it to me, and he was like, "You should watch this." And I was like, "Dude, 3 hours? It would have been a really good listen on the half."
I think he should have done 30-minute segments and released one every week.
You can
weekly talks with Wood.
They've even. Or at least for the clip I'm specifically referencing, it's on Instagram, so it's not the 3 hour thing, but it's just the handstand push-up bit.
Yeah, it's right. I think it's this.
Anyway,
one.
I don't know if we really needed to touch on the Jay Crouch thing anymore. I just don't really. Obviously, more will be revealed. Like somebody will. This doesn't just realistically end there. I would imagine.
Why? What else? What's going to happen?
Oh, I would just think that. I mean, Nick even just saying this isn't true. Like I would think that they would. Come to his defense a little bit more. And, even Dave's awareness around the upset about it and acknowledging it first thing like people were, I would, this is an assumption, coming directly to him to let him know that the penalty was not something they were happy about, right?
Yeah. Well, that wasn't why that wasn't the penalty, was for the rep.
Which I'm totally fine with. That's
Yeah,
what you
that's
wanna do,
it's
that's
standard.
what they decided to do it.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's their choice. And we talked Friday about it a little bit. Do I think it's shitty that basically his video and Austin's videos are probably the only ones, and the only ones that got reviewed? So it's basically just him versus 4, and he misses a rep and he loses on $5,000. I think that's super shitty. But you missed the rep. That is what it is. But to go down, like, but in theory, if it wasn't Jay, like if it was a random person, like what was the girl's name that won semifinals? That got
Syria Miha.
Yeah. So in theory, last year, this happens to her and she goes down to 40th, right? Or whatever.
Nobody cares.
No one cares. And she potentially misses a semifinal, but it's Jay. He's going to get an invite. And so this could have been a really big deal. And then the 38 other people in front of him don't have any video reviews and their scores don't move. And so to me, that's the bigger, more fundamental problem, is that when scores and penalties are assessed and implemented, I think they're always fair. I don't think it's fair where they land on the leaderboard because of the lack of assessment in the gap that has now been created.
I agree with that completely, but I'm even fine with the result.
Like, it's fine now. It's fine but if Jay missed the games,
right? Because
exactly,
Jay, right? But I'm saying I don't think that's the bad part of this.
Jay posted on his story. Vicky just sent it to me 3 hours ago, like a photo and a link to the YouTube, which is what we pulled up. But anyway, to just say like, okay, go look at it.
Yeah, I mean, he has nothing to hide. He's super fucking fit.
I don't. I'm with CJ though. I don't think more is going to come of it. I think it's going to blow over. I think Mayhem happens this week and nobody will talk about it ever again.
100%.
Oh, I guess I just wouldn't be surprised if like the proven camp doesn't come to try to come to his defense a little bit more, but maybe that's.
Well, I mean, I think they already did.
Like to what if
Nick saying that and Jay posting the video is a 100% team decision.
Yeah.
Like they support him and help their athletes in PR. Like that's part of
and it's more would have been done if they were going to do more already. Yeah,
for sure. They have a podcast. They would have went live. They have a podcast now. Like they would have done something,
Well, I mean, Dave's comment is a few hours old. So
yeah,
it hasn't been that many hours between this and that.
All right. We're watching this.
Sure. I actually haven't heard it.
We've been going down this line for so long that we can't distinguish between what is GPP and what is why do I use this term sport specific CrossFit? And it's like, that shouldn't exist. It should just be GPP. It should just be CrossFit. We should own the center of the line, and we don't.
Do you
because
agree or
this is a really
disagree
hard
with
conversation to have. This is the kind of conversation that's going to move CrossFit forward. This is the kind of conversation that's going to make CrossFit broad, inclusive, and accessible. That's going to be how CrossFit becomes $1 billion company.
AI.
I only care about that last bit. He's 100% right, but
you were gonna stroke out. Don't put that on him.
From like the sport has never rolled with GPP besides like 2007. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was muscle ups in the first CrossFit games.
Mm-hmm.
Second CrossFit games.
Third. Third.
Okay. All right.
No.
Third.
Was it
third one. 2009 was the first year.
Yeah, 2007 was the first, and then 2009 was the first time with muscle ups, right?
So, I will say my like super early CrossFit games knowledge is pretty poor, relatively speaking.
There's only 4 of them.
Yeah, tell me how I remembered that.
I know
that was really good. Yeah,
that was really good.
Well, that's Annie. It's Annie. Annie getting her first muscle up.
That's
a memory.
That was the first year. I thought
that's why, because that's the reason that that's how I found CrossFit.
That's why I walked it back. I was like, was it? Because I just, everyone knows the video. So, do I think it should be a not separated line? Yeah, that would be sick. That would be awesome if we truly was the same from start to finish. But then what would we be all doing? Would we just be doing a lot of really, really fast air squats and 75-pound thrust. You know what I mean? Like the
Mhm.
whole point of the separation is to create a something to work towards. And so
Absolutely.
the thing to work towards
Is that what he's
different.
arguing?
Huh?
Is
I
that
think
what
he's saying that
arguing?
sports specific and GPP are different, and they are, and he thinks they shouldn't be.
And he thinks they shouldn't be, which is interesting because as an athlete who pursued sport for so many years, I have a hard time believing, I guess he said he feels that way, but I'm surprised. Does he feel that way? Is it yet again, maybe that idea like JY shared earlier that I seem to misunderstand, but it's just somewhere along the spectrum? Is he saying that? I don't know.
I don't think it's drifted. I think it's the same. I mean, I think there was a point where it was drifting more than, if this is just specific to handstand push-ups, and that's just a fucking subjective opinion and bias. It has nothing to do with the drift of whatever, right? Like in theory,
I think the drift has to happen because
well, the drift has always
fitter.
been there. The drift has always been there. Like
Yeah.
the games drifted from 2007 to let's call the
2009.
Huh?
From 07 to 09, it's a completely different competition.
Right. And then even 09 to, I would say, like, when do we think we got to the, like, where it's, you know, there's just no more, like, I mean, we can, like, he obviously could be more
2015,
creative.
there was a big jump for the
Yeah,
whole
I would
field.
say like 18 seemed like their most like robust year, right? Like the crit and like 30 muscle ups. And
I would
the
say
total,
like 15 to 18 was
yeah,
the golden.
and so since then, it hasn't really changed. So to say we're drifting, I think is silly. But maybe in class or like in template
in
designs,
fitness, I think we still have drifted.
What do you mean?
I think if you take the guys and girls now versus the guys and girls in 2018, they're far fitter now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Which is why I think the tests look less awesome all the time.
So you think it's
I'm very
possible to make it look
No. But I think I
They
truly
do make that
believe
hard.
that like the level of athlete has like blunted the shock and awe of program design at the games some, right? I do obviously think the workouts were all better. You know, if you guys have ever listened to me, my opinions are strong on like being outside, being in iconic situations,
No, and
creating
you're
iconic
right.
events.
You're right on that.
And so being
and just
inside
harder
is different.
workouts now too than you have ever done because they're fitter than they ever been.
Exactly. It's harder to write that. And so that's not the point of the conversation. So, but I do think that has a value to general bit. But if it's just handstand push-ups, that's just people don't like it. I don't think we test them that much. I mean,
I don't think we test them that much either.
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I think it's okay.
I agree.
CrossFit's very confident, and he has said multiple times that I'm super high tonight, and I'm not.
Exactly what a high person would say.
And I'm not. I don't think you.
I'm just very smiley.
I don't
today.
even know what you being high would be like though. So I guess
it looks very similar to this. Just you know, and this is just an opinion on like the handstand, you not liking a movement. If that's what it was, I haven't watched this 3-hour video. But I don't think it's drifted. I think there is a big difference of people wanting to do CrossFit for health and then wanting to do CrossFit for sport. And we've talked just like anything, like running for health is way different than like running ultras.
Mm-hmm.
Like, running ultras are not inherently great for your body long term. We know you like there's no question about that.
Right.
When you turn anything into sport and you're just trying to win, you are going to start
it's not health anymore.
You're going to start to sacrifice health markers, health parameters, longevity. And now CrossFit's still in a unique position where we can still really push longevity, not for the individuals, maybe not even for the 35s, but like past that, we can still drive longevity into training and be really, really, really good. Like even at the highest level. But under that, like there's no way that these two can be intertwined. And if they do, then the games gets real fucking boring. Like it gets real boring. It's like strict pull-ups, push-ups, lunges, machines running, carries. It looks more of like a modified strongman apparatus, like, you know, more like what's the shooting and fitness?
Biathlon.
No. Like what Jacob Hepner does.
Tactical
tactical games.
Like all of those things are way more functional and it looks way more like that with a little bit of like strict gymnastics, pull-ups in there, weighted pull-up, a broad jump. It just the spectacle of like all the fun stuff for sure goes away, right? Because GPP, even within our within our ecosystem of CrossFit, does not include a handstand push-up or a muscle up or high volume chest to bars, right? Or super heavy snatches or snatch ladders or battery work, right? Like those things just aren't going to be intertwined.
Yeah, that makes me, for some reason, that makes me think of just how the games have been the last few years and the games like back in the day. And I feel like when I say back in the day, I'm going to say like 2011 to 2018, like a big jump, big period. And literally everything was something different than anybody was training. Like wall balls at 12 feet. You know what I mean? Like something simple that everybody does, but it makes it where, oh, nobody does it like this. Or like the deadlifts with the little plates, the 10s on the deadlift bar. So it's like a little bit more extra in your hamstrings where nobody is training it. It's just this odd way of doing something. Every event has something like that.
Right.
And none of the events have that now.
I mean,
I don't understand why. I don't think that's, maybe outside has something big to do with it, but I don't.
Like, give me a couple examples specifically. When do we throw wall balls to 12 feet in the games?
2021. They did a 20-foot, a 20-pound, and a 14-pound to 12 hat trick. It was hat trick. They did 12 wall balls and then this dumbbell snatches.
Well, that was 21. I mean, that was post.
Girls had a really hard time with it. Yeah. I mean, just giving examples. You know what I mean? Obviously, the spectacle is like the Capitol. You know, like that's just a big spectacle, right?
Everyone will say that was very functional.
Right. I like climbing snail, anything that does with the berm. Like there's just more, but again, that's outside. I'm trying to pick things that you could do that are also inside. You know what I mean? I just think taking something that everybody does and making it in a way that nobody trains it like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I mean, I think
that's missing.
You guys had a conversation with Tyler a while ago, and I wanted to bring him on the show just to talk about this specific thing. We chatted a little bit. It just didn't manifest. This was like over a year ago. And it was like, I want to not be able to do the CrossFit games as an athlete. Right. I don't want to be able to look at it all. I'm like, I could do all of this and I might be last, but I could do it.
Yeah.
Like that's for sure.
You want to be the freaks do freak stuff.
Yeah. And that's the gist. Like, you know, I don't want to look at the workout. I'm like, oh, you know, I could probably finish this in whatever the time frame is, and not just me. This is just like a lot of people viewing it. Or this is what Tyler said. And I definitely agree. Because, you know, like you would see like Nasty Nancy, like up the berm. You're like, I ain't doing that. 185 over the berm. They're like walking. These guys are
Nasty Nancy wasn't over the berm. That was on a track. Naughty Nancy was over
Naughty
the berm.
Nancy. Sorry.
And that was with 135. But still, Nasty Nancy is one of the hardest workouts I've ever done.
Yeah. In the 2020, that was awesome.
Yeah. Like if you want like a full fitness workout, dude, it is gnarly.
Eats you.
Gnarly.
Yeah, and so this is coming back to, I don't know. I don't think there's any, I don't know. There's not a leg to stand on here. If the conversation is about kipping handstand push-ups, you know, do I think the general class needs to do it? If they want to, I think it's fine. If they don't, it's not. This is Gucci's shirt, by the way. This is like her NorCal shirt.
Oh, cool.
Kipping handstand push-ups in general, I don't like though. I'd much rather strict.
Yep.
Well, I do like the idea of strict before kipping for something like that.
Exactly. It's 5 pounds difference. There's always something. It's a little different.
Was that towards CrossFit?
It's just something different.
Yeah. It's just different than what you normally would train. And we don't do that anymore. Gotcha. I know that's just like an odd weight, but
yeah. Yeah.
Still.
Okay. Xenom, are you going to do it, John?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
If
so.
John-
I mean,
if
I
Sean
can't
don't-
train for it now.
Don't take
No.
or like you're signed up, like you're gonna do the thing.
I believe we are getting an invite.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then my push for people that were gonna do it is now not valid anymore. I was gonna dig at you a little bit. I was like, if John's paying the $500 and all you fuckers out there can, you can nut up and make it happen. But
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm
But
sorry.
I will say they announced you can go to xenom.global and they have this thing, the EPI, which is like the elite performance, whatever. But what it is you simply can take and enter your estimated finish times or weights or whatever it is for each event. And they will give you your division that you are appropriate for. So there's just a cool way on their site for you to test. If you're like,
figure out.
well, I don't know, which division I should land in, then you can go, like I said, if you go to xenom.global, that's where you can see that.
That's cool.
And so maybe you need to go test some of those workouts to get a feel for, if you don't just know off the top of your head. But because they're established events, realistically, if you're going to compete in it, then you probably want to do them anyway. And so you can do individual or pairs, elite RX, or compete divisions.
Yeah,
So-
something unique about it though is that you could train for it. You know exactly what it's going to be every
Exactly.
year. Yeah, you can, and I'm super excited. I'm not training for it at all, and Tyler is training exclusively for it. So the last few things we've done together, I've kind of put him in the dirt. So I'm hoping we're more equal.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so like there's gonna be stuff he's good at, there's gonna be stuff that I'm good at, and so I think it'll be fun between the two of us. I'm super excited. I wish I wanted to break the standard on snatch, but I don't think it's going to happen anymore. I had like a little bit of a pipe dream to do that. I think it's 330, and I'd have to be like the strongest that I've ever been to do it on snatch. But I had a little bit of a pipe dream to try to do that. And now it's not going to happen.
Oh, that would be sick.
I feel like I'm very hesitant for them to. I mean, I know they probably talk to a lot of people to create these standards, but they're never going to change. Like this is it. Like ever.
Do you think
not even after year one? I think it's just such a huge, and he's committed to that because the whole goal is to compare all times, right?
Yep.
To never know if Rich was fitter than Matt or if Matt was fitter than Rich, right? Or to always know, like to never question it. Sorry. And with year one, I just feel like I feel like you should have just done like this is where it's at, and we're going to reassess. And I mean, I guess they can, but I they're really leaning on it hard.
Yeah, I thought it was like an Olympic lifting. They
with the new standard, right?
And
but then you would never know.
Someone beats it,
that's
the standard. So if the best snatch of all time that anybody did in a Xenom was 345 or something like that, you got a percentage of points that you did off 345. Right? Like, and then if freaking Tien Tao came to town and snatched 400, then you got a percentage of what that was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's just how it would, it'd be essentially impossible to get the full 10,000 points,
right?
The full 1,000 points for each event. But
I mean, it's even if they moved, you would still know. Like you just wouldn't know based on points. You could just put everyone because they're all going to do the same events. So you could just compare apples to apples, even though the scores would change theoretically over time if the standards shifted. I just think it's weird that like this is going to be the 10 events because I mean, even High Rocks like made a little couple shifts.
No,
never did.
No,
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
I think it's a risk. I think it's a risk that might bite him in the ass. I think it's going to be really tough. It's hard. CrossFit's like maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, High Rocks. I guess if High Rocks didn't change it, I guess just like the flow, like
people like training for
how they went through like the lanes and things like that, which is obviously different. But yeah, people do like training. I mean, they train for something very specific all the time.
And it's 10 different things. It's not like
I was going to say, and it is CrossFit. Like it's just it's 10 benchmarks.
It's a decathlon of CrossFit.
Yep.
Do we think Dave is the CEO of Xenom?
Wouldn't that be a trip?
Well, I mean, he's not. He can't program poorly at Xenom. It is what it is. They can't change. What?
I don't actually believe that he's the CEO or whatever.
Do we know all 10 events? Do we know all 10 events of Xenom?
We don't know event
Barbell
6.
Spin will not stop asking about event 6.
Okay.
It's actually funny to watch him banter back and forth with whoever runs the Xenom account because
wall walk,
they're just like, wow, you're relentless.
I haven't even looked at the workouts. To be honest, I'm looking.
I looked at them initially.
And across 2 days, like you're going to be pretty freaking roasted.
Wax.
It's going to be like your own personal CrossFit game.
I think we did look at him. Hey, we could look at him again.
No, when we looked at him, there was like one event. When we looked at him on the show,
yep.
The only thing was nothing was.
I thought there were more. But maybe we didn't look at all of them. Yeah, we should. Let's do it.
All right, snatch.
Yep, just 1 rep max. What's the time domain?
9 minutes.
9 minutes to find a heavy.
4 attempts.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you have your
in 90-second windows. Okay.
Wall walk, rope climbs.
Okay.
It's a tough workout. I like that. I might even use that workout in some prep this weekend for Legends. I have so many people doing Legends now, like 5. The down the leaderboard invite is wild. It's probably something we should have talked about a lot, but it is what it is. The Masters Masters.
Dude,
that was my last note.
That
was opening a can of worms, but also it's not that we shouldn't open it.
All right, let's finish this.
Every division's having that.
Hey, your mom, JY, your mom's gonna.
I know.
So cool. I'm so happy for her. I'm proud of her for choosing to do it.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but that's so dope. She has the opportunity and she's taking it.
I told her I feel like she's probably gonna get it every year if she got it this year.
Right. And I mean, at least at this stage of things, we expect to see heavier weights.
I don't.
And that would be favorable.
I'm not holding my
for
breath
her.
for anything.
I know you're not. I thought Claire was going to say your mom joke.
Did someone get 5 rounds? Do they get 5 rounds of this, John? Do you get 5 rounds of this?
Yeah, somebody could get 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Well, deadlift.
I can't, but somebody could.
Yeah.
6 shoulder to overhead, 3 thrusters, 5-minute AMRAP. Okay.
So like DT unbroken, which I guess front squat's a little bit slower than a hang clean. It would be tough. DT unbroken's like 4, like
plus
going really, really, really fast.
Yeah, and I mean hang clean into shoulder to overhead are substantially faster movements than thruster and front squat.
I think 5 would be
the loading here.
The world record.
70. Yeah.
155, 105.
I mean
for the RX or for the elite.
I mean, so to get 5, it's a rep every 2 seconds the whole time, which is I think
it's possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Colton.
The deadlift is fast. The deadlift is a second.
I can't wait to see what athletes are going to like. The nice thing is we'll get the opportunity to have some really high level athletes at this, but we will get the opportunity to have a ton of participation from the GPP athletes, which
I like this workout. I want to see that ski technique. Watch this. Yikes.
Dude, he's getting after it. Leave him alone.
What was it?
That's what they say. I mean, that was the Frazier bit.
It's so dumb. Go.
All right. 3 rounds, 15 toes to bar.
Dude, Tyler's gonna boss this workout.
I don't understand it. So it's 3 rounds of 15 and 15, and then 10 bar muscle ups, and then ring muscle ups.
Yes.
Wow.
It's written.
Is this from the hang? Okay, it's from the hang 50s, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Dude.
That's cool.
Talk about a grip. That's a grip breakdown. That's a good gymnastics workout.
My hands are not going to be good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think I'm going to be good at this one though. I actually think like I'm going to rock this one.
Why is there no rower? Why'd they choose? They had 2 skis. They didn't have a rower. They have a rower in another event. Just gotta. I mean, maybe not.
Big anti-row people.
Clearly, it's weird. To have ski twice but no row.
That is weird. That definitely should be a rower.
Is there not a rower anywhere?
I mean, there could be an event 6. I like that workout. Heavy clean. This is a clean ladder. Cool.
And you can, I believe you can power clean.
Nice. Yeah. She just power cleaned. Cool.
I don't know what the standard is for that, but I think I can do whatever the standard is. I think I can beat it.
Double dumbbell lunge at 50s. Is this from the front rack?
I like this workout a lot. I just like it.
It's long. Is this like, I think it's lunging in place.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks like she's reverse lunging. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yep. And kipping and chest to bars. It's
I mean,
a
that's
lot of volume.
Visually, that works.
It's a lot of volume. People are going to get like 14 rounds.
Well, it's the last event. You're going to be pretty rocky.
Yeah, that's true. That's cool. That's fun.
This is, yeah, dude, we're going to see such a broad range of fitness throughout all of this.
Yeah.
It'd be really
It is an
cool.
odd finale. It's long. Super long for a finale.
I think,
Are they in order? Do you do them in order?
That's,
I guess so.
yeah, you do them in order.
Hmm.
I think event 9, it might be hard to do that after all the other events, but I think I'll do better at event 9 than event 1.
I like the little Tetris cubes here. They just look kind of cool. All right, what do we think event 6 is?
rower.
I think it'll be some like.
Did we see double unders anywhere?
No.
Probably there.
I think maybe. I bet it's like some odd thing that we haven't seen yet.
Everything
make
can be done in a pretty small footprint.
Right.
So double unders take up a pretty large footprint, even though they take up a pretty decent footprint. I mean, just as much as a barbell, so maybe not half marathon row. Yeah, let's talk about the distances. So we have nothing's over 20 minutes because this isn't. This is just under for the winners. What's the standard? Do we know the standards yet?
3K would take about.
I mean, you just assume, 12 and 8, right? So it's 20. 20 is like a
sub 20 would be a decent time.
And then but someone's gonna go like 18,
17. Yeah.
Do we know the standards yet? Are they anywhere?
I don't know.
Oh yes, we do.
So,
so 76 reps. How
do
far is that?
you want to make a prediction for me on these and see what my score would be?
Yes, but not right now. It's 9:10.
Okay.
Yes, at a different time. I do, because that would be fun.
That would be fun, right?
60 seconds. So that's a 68 calories. Nice. Okay. Barbell cycling, 195 reps. There's 30 reps.
So gross.
There's 30 reps around. Wow, they're predicting way more. 30 reps around. This has it at 6.5 would be a full standard. 6.5 rounds.
Wow.
And we said 5 minutes, right? It's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Dang. 17:06. Okay. So we were kind of spot on there. Coming soon. 130. So that's 30, 90, 10. So that's 30 muscle ups in the remaining time is the full standard.
And that's with the 10 bar muscle ups and then all the ring muscle ups?
Yeah, because it's 90.
30 ring muscle ups would be the.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So it's not including the bar muscle ups.
This is an AMRAP. View the workout. Oh, this website's set up really nice. Nice. I love this. We could have just unclicked this. This is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
This is exactly what we want to see when we look at workouts, by the way. CrossFit, take note. This is the bike one. So finishing the bike is 180. And so they're assuming people are going to get 100 muscle ups to be the standard. And obviously no one's going to get all of it.
No, 100 burpees.
100 burpees in the remaining time.
Line facing burpees.
There's no way anyone's going to get 100 burpees.
Well, you got to think it's for like Colton. Like the standards for like Colton.
Yeah. 30, minute 30. What's Colton doing? 30 in? Like a minute 10, right?
I mean, he did 103.19.
Yeah.
Bar facing, not line facing.
Mm-hmm. It's way faster. Yeah.
Scorecards better be this pretty. Lupe, are you going to be there?
Heavy clean 20 at okay.
Oh, you start back at this is the heaviest. You just do AMRAP heaviest.
Someone's gonna get 20 at okay. Stop, guys. This one's maybe a little outlandish, but
18 reps at 330.
In how long is it gonna take people to
8
get
minutes.
here? 5 minutes? No one's gonna. Do you think people are gonna get 18 reps?
Hold on. So what's the first barbell at?
100. It's like 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, something like that.
No.
Which one is this?
I think it'll take 7 minutes to clear it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. I mean, well, I guess it's power, so it can be faster.
Yeah, but 225, if that's the 10, like you're doing those in singles, 10 in a minute, you're tired.
Yeah.
Like totally doable, but you're tired.
I think someone clears it in like
maybe 5.
I was thinking 4. Well, they had, what was it? Was it Rogue? Rogue year 1? They had
they had a ladder, but it was a squat clean ladder.
100 kg, is that 225? What is that?
220 ish. It was like roughly 220. This is probably 260, 280, 300, and 330, roughly.
Okay.
And
for the women, it starts at 75 kg, so like 155 pounds?
Yep. 165.
165 pounds, and then it works up to 100 kg, which is what, 220? Is that what you said?
Yes. I think the girls will get farther. I don't know. The girls cycling at the top.
I don't know, dude. I think
I think they'll get there faster, but I think the guys will end up cycling the high barbell maybe a little bit quicker. That's gonna be pretty close. All right. So what's this? 600 reps. What did I say? Oh my God. They have it at someone doing yeah.
So do you still feel that way?
What?
That having standards is a bad thing?
Like that the standard is people will beat it eventually?
No, I don't think it matters because it's just a scoring. Like you can be over the standard and still get. He said you can get more than 1,000 points.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I thought he said you're capped at 1,000.
No, I think he said you can get more than 1,000 points.
Does anyone in the comments know?
I'm like 80% sure because that would be.
But nobody's going to.
What up, Tega?
Some of these I think people are going to beat. Like the 68 calories. I think someone's going to beat this randomly.
Yeah, the 68 calories will get beat.
Just
so
disgusting.
it took 4 minutes for the clean ladder, the squat clean ladder. But it ended at 305. So I'm going to say probably the same thing. But 18 reps in 4 minutes of 330.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're not going to because you're not going to be able to power anymore after like 4.
Right. This will get beat.
Yeah. Do we feel like that setting these standards was that, unreasonable? Especially people are saying that he said you can get more than 1,000.
No, I think all the standards are there. I think they're all fine. I've got to see it really play out to see like what the value of the standard is.
Sure.
Right.
What was event 1 again? 330.
The snatch.
Oh yeah.
153, which is 340.
335.
Oh yeah. So you did want to go break that standard. Dang.
So anyways, it's cool. I'm excited for it. Let's just like think of it real quick. Event 6. Just think of the time domains.
I think it'll be an odd.
What does it say the time domain is, or
I think an odd object is probably. I think John's probably right, like a sandbag.
Oh, I love it. But you could do a sandbag and a rower. And
I don't even know if a sandbag. I'm saying something we just haven't seen. Like it's just their own personal spin on it.
Oh, like
it's the very last event.
Well, because it's Rogue. It's not released. So does Rogue make a new piece of equipment for?
Maybe, yeah. You know what I mean? Like I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jeff says, "Are those arbitrary, or did someone test them to find out the standard?" I don't think we know that.
Or like a rower or a rowing thing. You know what I mean? One or the other.
Well, it's got to travel. So.
Oh, it's going to be just, crazy amount of equipment traveling.
Right. So them not bringing another piece of 100 pieces of equipment, like all of that's taken into account.
Yeah, but I think at this point, what does that even matter? There's so much other.
A whole nother truck.
They have a blank check.
It's not that blank. Those things are all taken into consideration, or they would just. You know what I mean? Like all those are taken into consideration. Hyrox did that for sure. How can we create something that can be movable?
Correct.
Yes. And so that like it is. I'm not saying that they won't do it. I'm just saying it's for sure been talked about. Like, is a rower going here? Okay, what are the logistics of now adding a third machine equipment to do whatever it is, or to store, right? Like if we're storing in the Western hemisphere or the Western part of the country, now we have 2 storages. That's another, however much, 100 was that, $125,000 in machine, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's going to be short. We have a clean ladder and a snatch, a bike output. So I don't think it's going to be any type of like very strongman implement. We have 2 workouts over 15 minutes. The 16-minute AMRAP at the end and the run, I can see it being another long time domain.
It does. I do think it leans overall. It leans towards power.
It leans towards excitement for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. Barbell cycling, we have a 5-minute workout. So our first 4 workouts, what is this one? How long is this one? 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Our first 4 workouts are under 8 minutes.
Mhm.
They kind of have to be too to get everybody through 10 minutes in 2 days.
Yeah. 17-minute. I mean, I can see it, especially if it's like breaking up a certain way. Like you end the day long, you start the day long. But it's over 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot of events over 2 days.
I mean,
How long is this one? This one's long too. This is 12.
That's what it is, dude. It's like, do you want to feel what the CrossFit Games feels like?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
I think it's going to be 12 minutes. I think it's going to be between the 12 and 14-minute time range because it's only hit once. It's only hit here in the burpee workout. This is a 7-minute cap. And then it's basically 8 minutes and below or 15, we'll call it 16 minutes and above. And so there's one 12-minute workout. And I think that's our medium range, right? Anything under 7 is short. So 7 to 12, I think it's going to be a 10 to 12-minute workout of something. And it's going to go right here. That's my call.
nice thing is it's the decathlon of fitness. So it's not saying, hey, we're testing every single aspect thoroughly and whatever. It's just like, hey, we're going to throw 10 benchmarks at you. Here's what they are. Yeah. And so it doesn't have to be a bunch of long and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really
I think they hit everything.
Yeah.
I think right now there's a slant towards like what
shorter.
you just said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shorter time domains.
They're still hitting everything.
Oh, 100%. People do that. People go and try and max out the standard. For sure.
I think the only thing is, of course, like you want to be able to play throughout the entire thing for the most part. Like, I mean, maybe somebody would just go to grab that one thing, but most.
I think if you don't do all of it, that your score doesn't qualify.
Well, I don't think
is that. Do you know
score doesn't influence another?
No, that's what it should be.
Oh, I like
score
that.
Doesn't influence another score though.
It doesn't matter. You have to do the entire thing for
in order
your
to put a score on the board.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't dislike that at all. Do the whole test.
Minimum work requirement or something like that.
The whole test with that away, like it's for you to get a score on the board, and you need to complete the test.
Yeah, and minimal work requirement will be doable, but still, like you still have to do stuff. Like 1 minute max cal bike would be like 20 cals for men, 15 cals for girls. Like
interesting. I wonder have they said anything about any of that?
I can't imagine they're going to do it. Signups are really important. So, like there's not a time cap for High Rocks, right? So
no.
So in that case, I doubt they're going to do that.
No, but like that's what like 0 is.
Right.
Well, that's
so
why that's
like, yeah, you would just not get the score. Like you still went and did what you could. And that's awesome.
Anyways, that was cool. I like it. It's going to be fun.
All right. Who's winning Mayhem?
Well, I don't know.
And then we'll leave.
Yeah, I think. Didn't we already say? I think we already said our podiums, didn't we?
But now that more events are announced, do you change your opinion?
I think RJ Mastre is going to win.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. They just invited a 11-year-old to compete at the Mayhem.
Hey.
It's just weird. It's just weird. I mean, I get it. I know they're just trying to fill spots, but anyways.
Is he 18 years old, I'm assuming?
He is. Yeah, I think he's 18.
Okay.
I think he's older than that, but he's.
I mean, hey, it can't be another Kale, right?
No, he's fitter than Kale.
Yeah.
All right. Well, already up from last year.
It's true.
Who do we think is winning? I still think even on the women's side, you have a few women that can win it. I think Lucy is the most like safe answer, but I think that Paige is also a reasonable guess.
Of the events announced, do you know who like the events so far like I think will be good for?
Who?
Roman.
Freaking Kyra Milligan.
Oh, Kyra, sure.
If her running has improved as much as like she's putting the vibe out like, oh no, I can run now. Like, and she was really fast at the High Rocks that she did. I don't know.
That would be so exciting.
The run was a little bit shorter, but it's still like broke a record or something. So like Like she just seems very confident in her running. And I mean, if that's the case, I think she'll be really good on the Dirty 30 workout. Their weightlifting one, they will have one. They haven't had, announced it yet. She's going to be good at that. What other event have they announced? Is it just those two? The toes to bar and ski.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see about that one. She's really good at toes to bar, but we'll see. I'm not sure about that one.
Enough for the
yeah.
Not
to win, but I'm just saying, that might be a name that throws their hat in the ring that you wouldn't have expected.
Totally,
is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I love that. I kind of hope you're right.
I mean, I think so far the workouts are good for Roman.
I think the workouts are really good for Jeff.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's hard to write anything that's not really good for Jeff. So, it's probably there.
Something different that he can't train for.
Well, I mean, there's only 3 workouts released, right? 3, 4?
Yeah. Something adaptable. That's how you ride against Jeff.
But that's not usually Mayhem's forte. They don't like the weird stuff.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that's how you would ride against him. Though is all I'm saying.
Right, that's fair. Agreed. Is there a leaderboard somewhere?
He bailed on that too. CrossFit.
Did you invite him?
He was supposed to be on the team.
For real?
Yeah. We were excited
after that open performance.
5-foot range of motion. No, I mean, it doesn't really even matter. Range of motion and you're 5 foot, like overhead squats at 165. Guess what? He's faster than I am. You know what I mean? Like that's all that matters is how rep speed. It doesn't matter how fit you are. He could be the same Kale and he would still be good because he's 5 foot tall.
Fair enough.
Handstand push-ups. Guess what? He's faster than everybody else because he's 5 foot tall.
God, that's crazy. I mean, have you met him? Have you seen him in real life?
I have not met him person to person. I have talked with him over phone.
Did you? I'm assuming you had a conversation with him about what occurred last year.
No,
I just feel like you would probably not.
No, he
have a conversation without mentioning that.
He was at a couple practices.
Oh, really? Oh,
I got on the phone, like at his gym. Doing stuff because everybody's around America. So basically it's like you got one person that runs it and then I go and then they go and then I go. Like it's kind of how you do it.
If you were on the same team with him, would you ask him about it?
Yeah. I mean, I'd ask him about it at any point in any day, at any time. If you wanted me to. I don't really care about him, right? He doesn't occupy my mind.
What does occupy your mind, John? Right now it's your hernia, huh?
No. I just want that to be done with. But no.
Oh, I had a question. Oh man, I meant to ask a question and get it, but I couldn't get signed into Ben's YouTube. And so I was gonna put a question. I had a really good one. Yeah. For the whole show. Is spinnies or flavored carbonated water considered water in your water consumption for the day? Like, is it enough?
No.
That's the question. I say no, and I've been like people that I've very much like respect that are way more nutrition like driven than me. They say yes.
Yeah.
We had this conversation in Ohio, and I felt like you said yes.
Did I?
I think because I was standing there, I feel like Ashley, Jen, and Rose.
I need to look at the ingredient.
Jumped down my throat. And here in spins, there is carbonated water, strawberry puree, lime juice, lemon juice, strawberry extract, lime extract. That's it. No additives, which is crazy. That's why I love spins.
Maybe. But isn't it carbonated?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just don't feel like I get like.
Right. So I agree. That's why I asked the question, is because the carbonation does not make me feel hydrated. And so, but that I don't think that fundamentally has anything to do with.
So then technically, yes, it does count. Yeah. So it does count. It just doesn't make me feel hydrated.
Right.
Interesting. Because I'm with you. It doesn't work like that for me. Huh. What is that? Somebody make that make sense.
When I drink one like right before bed, I always wake up like almost feeling a little hungry. Like I always have a headache. It's weird.
Oh, interesting.
Like I have to have
and you said there's no natural flavors or anything in it?
I just need a gap. I don't know, maybe it's just like the steel. I mean, anyways, so this is great.
Combination has no effect on absorption.
Is Gucci going to Legends?
Maybe it's just what we're perceiving and nothing more.
She's going to Mad.
Is that just Mad, not any others?
Yeah, well, we're hoping today was the last day for French, and then they're going to send out the next round, and so she'll be the next round, so she might get the invite.
Okay.
If she gets the invite to French, then the team will petition to compete at Mad as well instead of doing the online if they don't make it. I don't drink that much coffee. I just have a lot of sensitivity to caffeine, even though I consume caffeine very regularly. Anyways, that was to Vicky. Maybe
they stand a really good chance to make it though, don't they?
The team has a pretty good chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
The guys that were on the boys the other day, those are the guys on the team.
Yep.
And so it's Gucci and then Eileen, who's the other, like the girl that got second in the Icelandic championships. So it's yeah. Anyway, so we'll see. It's fun.
Nicole is at Legends. That's why I asked.
Mm-hmm. I have 5 athletes competing at Legends right now, potentially more in the next 3 days.
And how many at Del Mar?
Oh,
that's at sorry, that's same thing.
Yes.
How many in Magic City?
I think 2.
Oh, I have 3. Wow.
Yeah.
Step up your Magic City game.
Well, just to be clear, all of mine were invited. Just like literally all of them.
So are mine. What kind of a question is that?
But they just chose not to go.
Who are you thinking?
All
of your athletes were invited.
Yeah.
They chose.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, mine didn't get special.
I have one going to LATAM Masters. LATAM in Colombia.
Are you calling my mom one of your athletes, or are you saying my?
No,
we
this is my
should though.
individual. No, that number is huge. That number is like
he's only
30, 40, or 50 inside of WODprep Academy.
That's cool.
Wild.
Yeah, we have
you
a
give them all. You should give them all WODprep shirts to wear for the competition.
It's not the worst idea. It's certainly something Claire should write down, and we should talk about.
Hey, listen, the event that you think the most of them will do good at, say, I want everybody to wear WODprep in event 3. And then all of them just wear their WODprep shirt on that one event, and it will be like, what the freak is it? Like, it would look fun. It would look great.
It would look great. I'm interested to see.
And then I'll have a single JY Barbell shirt out there amongst the crowd of WODprep.
That's cool, man. It's good.
And that'll be like a real life look at like my contribution to WODprep. Like
it's meaningful.
It's a 1/30th there, but you see it.
It's
loud.
It is loud. Yeah, the shirt should definitely be like a neon color or something. Just make sure that it grabs your attention.
What an interesting landscape that's happening.
For the Masters athletes.
Masters.
It's not just Masters; it's everybody. I know you guys are most plugged in with the Masters.
Well, so but the attrition or the dive or the reach, it's obviously not as far, but it's still far.
Dude, there's somebody who's 900th in quarterfinals that's going to NorCal.
Oh, NorCal, really?
Yeah.
For individual?
Yes.
That's weird.
Like but
the NorCal isn't going in order though. Those are just
that's their qualifier.
Yep. And then they said they're just going to invite people. They're not going to invite in order. They said that.
Yeah, and they said just DM us if you made top 2,000 and then we'll let you in.
And so I think that's a different than Legends just going directly down the list or Magic City going directly down the list.
For sure.
Or everyone else just moving directly down the list. I'll be interested to see like how far it gets down for French or Mad. I think those have or Syndicate individual as well.
Do we think I almost want to like borrow Clydesdale's pencil pen Sharpie? Do we think that they will repeat this structure for qualification again next year?
No.
Sharpie?
Yeah, no, this is for sure not going to happen. I don't think anyone will want to do it. I mean, now to be fair, the people that are now going are going to bring way more family members than the people at the top. And
I did get an invite, but I cannot go. So
and so Jamie's here. So I actually think
please God no.
I think the events, if they can fill it, because they went so far down, I think those events are going to bring families. And so I think those events are going to seem a little more like almost like artificially successful or full than if all the top did it, because the top have competed 100 times now, right? In the 40 or 45 or 50 or whatever it is. And their family's like, oh, I'll watch them at the games. I know they're going to make it, right? Or that's where I'll see them or whatever it is. And so I think this like downward spiral or downward move down the leaderboard is going to bring more people into the stands than I think it would have initially. But I think there's going to be a lot of people that are just
bad.
Yeah.
But that's how
not in the younger age groups, because I think all of them can do like 35, 40, and 45. Everyone that's going to get invited, like basically up to top 300, all those athletes are still really fit. They can do all the things, right?
Yeah.
Like they can do all the things, but like in 50, 55.
I got my one girl who's 70 plus who got an invite and she didn't do one double under.
Right. I was just getting that, but 50, 55 and up, there will be people that are on the floor that can't do any of what's written for sure. And so
that'd be tough.
And
that's not fun.
Yeah, if only quarterfinals had like a more steep curve, right?
I don't think that would have changed anything.
I know. I'm just
okay. I was like, well, I'm on your side, but I don't think that matters.
I'm just
had to make it.
Yeah. I'm no longer defending. I've stopped.
I'm just being some type of way. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, the older age groups are maybe gonna be a little hard to watch for some of the backfill invites that are getting invited. So this is interesting. So I've had this conversation with quite a few people.
Because it's a real possibility. This may happen.
And so I think anyone having the opportunity to compete in maybe a division you're unsure that you're ready for is just the natural progression of being a CrossFit athlete that isn't just really strong, right? Like again, when you're really strong, you can usually just do all the things a little bit in some capacity. But if you are progressing your like life cycle as an athlete, like this is not an uncommon thing.
And it makes you the whole year want to work the movements that you couldn't do.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think if you get invited, no matter how bad you are, if you get invited, they invited you. They extended an invitation to you.
John,
you're well within your means to
before
accept that invitation.
Before you finish what you're about to say, I want you to continue. But I have never agreed more with you than as you finish this statement ever in our like year and a half existence.
Well, I'm glad that
if you can, you should.
If you can, you should.
I mean, if you get invited, you've earned it. They chose to invite you. They know what they're getting. They know how far you are down the leaderboard. Like you're not taking anybody's spot. There's not better people available.
Exactly.
Like you're the one. If you can't do it all, that's fine. Then get better next year.
And there are hundreds of thousands of people that would fucking give anything to be in your shoes.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about hundreds of thousands, but there would be a lot. Hundreds of thousands, a lot of people. Yes.
It's everyone doing the open that's not getting invited.
There's not 100,000,
which is over
265-year-olds that aren't.
You don't think a 20-year-old is jealous that a 65-year-old gets to go to the CrossFit Games in some capacity?
No.
What? That they've never stepped on a competition floor besides scaled? 100%.
I think if you really think about it, then you wouldn't be jealous.
That's crazy.
I'm not jealous of the Masters Games people.
You're a unicorn.
Shelly makes a great point. That's exactly what Larry said. We need to show up as Masters athletes.
Also, yes.
In competitions.
Also, very true. Now the hand they were dealt is
comment. Great comment.
Yeah, for sure.
Not
you know what?
Not the best year, but
you know what's cool? What was the coolest about that is so many of those athletes were like supported by their country to come and pay, like so many of them.
So much money to just be out in the first round. And they're so happy. They're like, I can't believe I'm out here climbing these ropes.
100%. Yeah.
Like,
trying to climb these ropes.
Yeah, I can't do it, but man, it's cool. I ran that 400.
I
ran that 400.
All of that Eastern Hemisphere, like, had support from their country, which is wicked. And so cool.
It's kind of dirty on CrossFit's part. They're like, all right, guys, great job.
Oh, like the one event, the first cut.
Yeah. You know, or it's 1 to 3 events, and then you're done, right? Then you're out. You're going to be cut if you're not, you know, pretty darn fit.
Right.
But it's to see how excited they were all just to be there. They didn't feel like they were getting a bad. They all knew we're out in one event. They knew it. And it just seemed to not matter. I was like, it's kind of dirty, and I didn't like it because I just want the fittest competition, and they're not that, right? But after seeing the whole thing, I was completely for it until the first 6 events 4 of them were running, and then I was mad about that. But all the countries, I was completely. It swung me. Watching it swung me.
That's cool.
It was.
Also, the best games event ever written.
First cut?
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's up there. It's definitely up there.
All right. That was a long show. 2 hours. Holy smokes.
Yep. No, but I'm glad we touched on that last topic because it certainly deserves some attention. Yep.
What are the odds? Oh, I just want to say it before it happens. What are the odds Jenny clips me and Claire's little back and forth? And
what was the back? I don't even remember what the back and forth was about. It was so long ago.
Pull-ups and chest to bar.
Oh, maybe.
That's fine.
Why?
Clip away.
You guys argued?
I put it at like 53%.
Well, now she will for sure.
Fine by me.
Yeah, it's good. Hey, all publicity is good publicity.
Live it up.
I think so. I think it's childish.
John's like, I've just been on the shit side of it so many times. It sucks.
It's just been a rough season for you.
Claire's like, fine by me. She ain't gonna talk bad about you, girl. She goes.
Maybe she might watch it and decide that she doesn't like what I have to say.
No, she doesn't like what anybody has to say unless she's on her team.
I never like what Claire has to say, but here we are.
What did you say? You never like what I have to say, but you sit here and chat with me for hours. My gosh, what a terrible existence.
Yeah, after the show, Claire, me and CJ just kind of
absolutely miserable. I do know that CJ had to play nice for the entirety of the quarterfinals series for sure with me and just be polite, but that's okay.
What do you mean? Like in Pensacola?
No. Just when we had the show. Well, I mean, when we had the shows about the programming and so on, where JY and I actually did disagree.
Are you? Oh, I just watched.
Right. You were kind.
I'm not going to be mean.
Also, I just want to shout this out because Jay Birch came and watched the whole thing up to the finals, and it was fun to have him there. It was awesome.
CrossFit. Jay Birch is the best. He's the man.
Yeah.
You should see our group chat without you. If you guys had a group chat with CrossFit, I would be happy for you.
All right. Till the next time. Friday. We doing this Friday? I think so.
Yeah, I'll be in Vegas for WrestleMania, but yes.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up at 5 in the morning.
5 a.m. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have a tendency to do things when I say
I know you do. I know. You never waver. It's crazy. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. What a great show. That was fun. 2 hours and 8 minutes. That's for sure our longest show as a triplet.
Yeah.
We will see you guys on Friday. JY, thanks, buddy. Thanks for
JY can
you're sad about your hernia, but I hope the surgery goes well.
Yeah.
We'll catch up with you on the other side.
If I can be on the
put out for
podcast
surgery?
Yeah. I've been a couple times. If I could come on Friday, do you want me to? Because I won't be doing anything.
At 7 a.m. Oh yeah, you're not. Or you won't even be coaching. Yeah,
I'll just be here.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can co-host for me.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if I want to be a co-host, but
That's
I can't.
It means I got to make the thumbnail.
No, I'll still like want to be here though. That's the thing. Is I mean, the 5 a.m. is a bit aggressive, but
if you wake up, me and John will be here. We'll do it at 7.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
All right.
it's very kind.
Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you guys on Friday. Peace.
Bye.